Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of the AFK Hour podcast. I'm your host, jlucio, and today we have the cool, nerdy guy from school, NABjr,
Hey, what's up, guys?
the guy who's secretly spying on SavePoint, Chewy911,
Hello, guys.
and the newest member of SavePoint, StevieRay.
Howdy, howdy.
So, welcome, man. What are things that our viewers slash listeners should know about you?
So I'm StevieRay. I got my name from, I guess, so my name is actually Steven Raymond Vasquez. So StevieRay comes from a combination of my first name and my middle name. My parents named me after Stevie Ray Vaughan. There's also a wrestler named Stevie Ray, and I'm really into wrestling, so I've just stuck with Stevie Ray for a long time. But yeah, that's been my gamer tag for a while. I got it as my Twitch name finally, I think a year ago. They finally released it. Somebody else had it locked down. But yeah, I've been, let's see, I am 29 going on 30 this year. So I'm a veteran gamer, I guess you could say.
Yeah, so you're officially the oldest person in SavePoint now. You took the crown from Nick.
Yeah, that's not a good crown. That's a crown of thorns.
Yeah, like we met you a while back, and when we first met you, we thought you were really cool. You're one of our mutual friends. Well, you're one of like everyone else's mutual friend with Tiff, but you're her boyfriend, and that's how we met you. And when my first impression with you was that you're pretty cool. You're a pretty cool dude, pretty chill. You like football, so because none of my group friends like football, so that really annoyed me. And you're the only person I could talk to about football, right? So, and I don't know what Nick's opinion was, but
Oh, yeah. I thought he seemed cool. I feel like honestly we didn't talk a lot at the beginning. Especially me not really being in Texas until recently. So only like when I went to go visit you, and I think we played like a few couple games and stuff, and that was pretty much it for a while. Oh, and then I feel like there was like a barbecue that we did, right? Or
oh yeah, we had a little carne asada.
yeah. But I thought you were cool and chill. Considering like, especially when, for me, I don't know. I always meet like people's or my friends' boyfriends and stuff, and usually I think you've probably been like the best. I'm like, oh, this guy's cool, and I'm like, other people are like, oh, okay, I guess, whatever.
Thank you.
Not that it matters, but you know.
Yeah, keep blowing smoke up my butt. I love it. But yeah, no. So yeah, Tiff's my fiance, and she went to high school with most of the guys at SavePoint. I still haven't determined who did and who didn't. So it's been like a learning experience from me, and then also learning everybody's backgrounds, which is actually really funny. But little known fact, I did do robotics in high school. I did robotics and SA Best for in my high school, and I took a random guess when Tiffany told me that she did robotics, and that she's like, "Oh, what school do you think we were?" I was like, "You guys weren't the loud ones that did all the waving like banners and all that." And she was like, "Yes, that was." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You're," because in my high school and my robotics team, we were very small. I just happened to be one of the drivers, but our team was sort of small compared to the other ones. And I just remembered this big team in Burnt Orange, and like they were just so rowdy. I was just like, "Dang!" Like I wish our school got into robotics like that. So.
Yeah, like we would always bring like 100-ish people for SA Best, even though only like 10 of us, maybe, probably like 5, honestly, were actually doing like stuff. or 5 of us might be doing robot. Then there was some people doing display, but then we just had like a ton of people doing like spirit, and just like you're saying, waving stuff, yelling, and stuff like that.
But yeah, like you guys have all been real cool. I enjoy the banter, and I'm sometimes quiet, but I like talking. It's weird. I like talking a lot, but I also don't like talking a lot, especially when I'm focused on something. Like if I'm gaming, like I hardly ever talk when I'm gaming unless I'm like leading something.
Yeah, because we usually back in the day we used to play Overwatch with you a lot, and you're really competitive. You're really into Overwatch, so
Yeah,
that's when we saw your competitive spirit, you could say. So yeah.
Yeah, so Lucio, you said earlier like love of football, love of sports. I've the funny thing is I didn't play a lot of like the name brand sports, I guess you could say, in high school, like your footballs, your basketballs and all that. My mom never let me sign the permission slip for for football. I wanted to play football really bad, but she said I was gonna get hurt, so I ended up playing tennis. I ended up playing tennis, and I also bowl. But I've always loved sports, and it wasn't until college that I got into a lot of intramural sports. So I've since college I've played flag football, softball, volleyball, tennis, baseball. Like I guess pretty much any sport you can think of, I've probably played it at a competitive level, and I really enjoy competitive sports, and which is why team-based games like Overwatch really pique my interest, because it's just like you get those competitive juices flowing. Like I start sweating, which is really bad. Like I don't know, it's so weird. Like I don't know about you guys, but how many games do you like have you played and then you just walk out of the room and you're just like, I'm a sweaty mess? What the heck just happened?
Happens to me when I play foosball.
When you play foosball?
Dude, I take foosball pretty serious, you know.
I could see Nick with a headband playing foosball, like and like shorts, like just spinning them. I actually haven't played foosball since I don't know when, but that's funny.
For me, whenever I play League, I get sweaty. like I start like sweating from my pits, and I'm just like really into the game. But it's not like I'm just sweating because I'm raging so much. That's from the game. I'm just like, this game's gonna kill me, bro. And then I'm just like sweating because I'm so angry.
The rage is fun.
Yeah.
That's really funny. It's we like it's a common gaming term now to call somebody a sweat. We're calling them sweaty, but here we are.
Hey man, it gets hot, okay? And you're really into the game, and then all the competitive juices, like you said.
Yeah, and you have a bad PC that overheats, and and you need to turn on the fan.
And you live in Texas.
And you live in Texas.
So so we originally started this project with the original members, and Stevie was always there, but he was in the background helping us and whatnot. But recently we had a meeting talking about our members, and we all thought that Stevie should be part of it, because since we think that he shared the same vision as we did. And I knew we all knew that one thing that was holding him back as well for everyone else is at work and whatnot. So like, are you happy that you're part of SavePoint? Like, what do you see yourself doing in SavePoint?
So SavePoint is actually a really fun project, and I think that it's gonna be really fun to work with you guys and really cool. Like so, I really love other gaming. Like everything gaming. Little known fact, I growing up, so at least I was at my job. I'm a software engineer. Been a software engineer now for over 5 years. It makes me sound like a nerd, but the entire reason I got into software engineering was because I wanted to make video games. That was like I remember somebody came to like my elementary school, and they were like, do you want to build video games? And I was like, heck yeah, I do. And so they were said you should apply for this technology magnet, and I went through like all the technology magnets when I was going in school because I really wanted to do that. So far I haven't gotten a job in the gaming industry, but I do. I look at all of it, and I look at the industry as a whole, and I love looking at like what happens in the industry, like what's going on, the news, the things and the challenges that they face. Knowing what I know now, though, I don't know if I'd take a job in the gaming industry because I always just hear horror stories about like the work that they do. But then also I kind of like that in the weird way. Like I don't mind somebody cracking the whip, you know.
So are you implying that you're a masochist? You just like telling like
a
taking the
little
beating?
bit. So a little bit. So because at work, like I kind of do more than I intend to most of the time, and but yeah, I don't know. I definitely beat myself up a lot, but it's for the love of the code, I guess you could say.
It's to make it better and keep it safe for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I'll keep telling myself that. Um, but yeah, also like I just love other gaming related things. Like I listen to other podcasts and well, go to YouTube channels and Twitch streams and all that. I've been following a lot of gaming things. I love gaming news. I love hearing what people like talk about games. I love watching people play games. Because sometimes I mean, there's so much stuff out there nowadays. You don't have the opportunity to play everything anymore. So it's like Last of Us 2 just came out recently. I probably will never play that game. I never played the original. I have no interest in playing the second one, but I will 100% watch somebody play that game or talk about that game because I am interested in the experience of that game. So
And you mentioned earlier that I mean, would you say that's your dream job to be a video game programmer?
it's such a hard thing because it's like you know, it's something that I haven't actually trained for. Like it sounds weird because like it's like, oh, if you code in one thing, like you code in another thing. But so game development and software engineering, like, there is a little bit of a divide because like I find myself building a lot of like web applications, whereas a lot of what gaming and all that it's a lot of scripting and a lot of like I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of knobs and levers. I could be completely wrong on here, but it just seems like it's two different things, like completely than what I've been doing for the past 5 years. But if I was to like get with a company, I don't know. Like, there's Blizzard. Like imagine if I could work on Overwatch. do you understand how happy that would make me?
I think it'll be
Or,
temporarily happiness, though. I feel like you would be like, I'm so hyped to work on this project. And you start working on it for 4 months, and you're like, oh god, this ain't
Yeah.
as cool as I thought no more.
Yeah, there would definitely. I feel like there would definitely be a honeymoon phase. But you know, I mean, I think too. Another like one of my dreams would be to be one of those guys who presents like at a big conference like E3 or something like that. Like gets up on the stage, like, look at this awesome thing I made, and you know, like just get all that clout.
Yeah, and like I mean, those I guess you could say showmen, those presenters are less common now because everything's gonna be digital. Everyone's doing it online. I don't know if you saw the PS4. It wasn't as common anymore. Those presenters.
Yeah, that was
so
different.
like. Yeah, so I'm not sure where all that stuff's heading to, especially since what's going on in the world and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I mean, so since you said that you wanted to be a programmer for video games, what kind of game would you like to live in?
Like if I had to live in a gaming universe, like what universe would I live
Yes.
in? I guess we could say. Okay, let's talk about this holistically. What so you got the Mushroom Kingdom, right? That's like the OG. You got the
Okay.
OG, and then
The
there's
OG,
the
yeah.
you got the Kingdom of Hyrule, right? So the Zelda Kingdom. I feel like nobody lives there though. There's like 2 villages. Like how many people do you actually interact with as Link in that game? Same thing with Mario. I feel like it's just like they're in their own little bubble, and then, and like they hardly interact with anybody else. But I don't know. What about like the world of Monster Hunter? That'd be like
Oh, that world would be
that'd
pretty
be
cool.
a crazy world to like just imagine just waking up and it was like, man, I'm gonna go hunt this big bad bitch. Just let me pull out.
And you also have your little cat following you. That'd
Your
be
little
really
Yeah,
cat?
dude. Yeah, your little palico.
cool. Yeah.
And then you get to eat these like ginormous meals, and you carry a big ass sword, and oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
And the chefs are the
The
cats
chefs.
too. They have like there's 2 chefs and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Holy
I think that would be my choice.
Can you live in like the Wreck-It Ralph
Okay.
world, where like technically you live in everybody's world because you just like go into other worlds every time you get bored of another world?
I guess so. I guess we could count that. I mean, is that where you want to
Yeah.
Well, I
live?
was thinking like, yeah,
Yeah.
essentially you just live in the internet, so you port to every place you want to go to. So if one day you want to go to,
Okay, yeah, I guess you're
yeah,
right.
like the Mario world, or you want to go to whatever world, you just go over there and you know, you're over there chilling like a villain. You're like, okay, I'm now let's take another vacation. You know, let's go now to some Call of Duty, and then oh, it's like everybody's dying. Like, I'm out of here, boys. Y'all know this place ain't for me.
I guess that's kind of cheating, honestly.
Yeah,
You
that's-
just
Hey,
pick
I'm just
everything.
saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no. At first, I was like with you. I'm like, okay, maybe they'll slide, but no, that's cheating. You're essentially being in every world. That's OP. Okay, you have to pick one
that is
world,
the
Nick.
You have to
Okay,
world.
pick one.
only
Oh,
one, not the multiverse, not everything.
It's the Wreck-It Ralph world.
no.
Oh, I don't know. I have to think more than
You
just
have to
choose
think.
one.
Yep.
Yeah, choose one world. One.
Dude, what if you lived in the BioShock world, where you're
Oh,
you're
man.
like under the sea?
Rapture, right? That's the name of the city they live in.
Yeah, in
Rapture.
Rapture. Let's see. Let's think of some more video game universes.
It's because all of them are. All my favorites are literally worlds I would not want to live in because they're hard.
Yeah,
Yes,
post-apocalyptic.
or Dark Souls. Like I don't want to be an undying guy just going through a journey and just dying over and over again. But I mean, if you want it to be chill, I would say Animal Crossing. I guess
Dang.
Hey, that's a good one. I like it.
you know you just
li-
sit back, relax. You know, you're not gonna
Do you
die.
think-
I believe.
Do you think that you as a villager, like, would you understand everybody else, or do you think that all of that garbage that they speak, like, it's just that's how they speak? Like, it's not English translated. You just have to learn their language.
I would have to learn. I would hope I can understand their language.
He'll
Or
come in,
maybe-
he'll auto spawn with a translator, you know?
Yeah, that or I hope a text message comes up above their head and it tells me what they're trying to tell me.
That'd be pretty dope.
I guess for me, my original thought would be Portal, the Portal world, but that's also post-apocalyptic. It shares the same world as Half-Life. They're sister companies, the lore, blah blah. But I don't want to go through all that hardship because I mean everyone's dying in the top realm. So I think if I had to choose one that I would really be down for, I guess the Star Wars universe, since there's a bunch of Star Wars games. But like before it was like Disney took over everything, like that universe seemed really badass, like the Old Republic. Living during that time would be really cool. That would be my answer.
But would you be a rebel, or would you be like the Darth Vader side?
I would be Darth Vader's side. I believe in
Oh.
Oh, okay.
No, no, but in the game, okay,
game.
in the game.
And then you don't have control of the force, so you're just you know, you're just a trooper, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna need an edit of Lucio as a stormtrooper.
Yeah. That like I always thought that that stormtroopers were really cool, and I would be for the Empire, helping them out and stuff like that. I don't know, like the rebels, something about them I don't trust, so I'm going against the green.
Hmm.
So,
I
yeah.
guess. Does Naruto World count?
I mean, there are video games about that. I guess that does count.
I don't know. I feel like
what village
Elder
would you be
World-
part of?
Dude, you know, I want to become Hokage, you know? Believe it, bro.
Oh, which village?
So I have to go to the Hidden Leaf, you know? I gotta learn
Okay,
from
okay.
it.
Wait, are they all Hokages from each village, or is it
No.
just Leaf Village that
I
have?
mean, technically they have Hokages, and
okay.
then each, I mean, they're all different cities, and they all specialize in different things. But you know what?
Nick just Nick just wants his face on the wall.
Hey, dude, come on, dude. I'd be like, oh, look at that guy. You know, believe it.
Believe it. So you would be Naruto's best
Dude,
friend,
I don't know. That'd be Sasuke
or
way.
would you be the one bullying him?
I don't know, dude. Bullying
you-
him, dude. I'd be the other guy. I'd be there. You know, I'd be like Rock Lee or something. Hopefully, I don't get like killed, or he doesn't get killed but destroyed while he's fighting. But you know, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we could segue to the next discussion about Mixer and all their partnerships and stuff like that. So, for those of you guys that don't know, Mixer just recently announced that they're selling themselves to Facebook. So now they're gonna be part of Facebook Gaming, and all the people that were partnered with Mixer are now their contracts are all void. Well, they have to sell their contracts. They're paying them out. So like Ninja has a contract with Mixer, Shroud has a contract with Mixer, multi-million-dollar contracts, and now they're essentially just gonna pay them a lump sum of like the remaining contract, and they're free to do whatever now. So like just to put it to perspective, that someone did the actual calculation of how much Ninja got paid per day while working for Mixer was around $80,000 a day. So that's crazy.
That is a good sum of money.
I'll
I'll take it.
It's crazy. I mean, they really they got the best deals possible there. I mean, when you think about it, like they signed the exclusivity deals for years with
Yeah.
a platform that honestly I expected to last a long time. You know, Mixer has been out there for a while. They used to be Beam. I don't know if you guys remember Beam, but they bought Beam, and then Beam turned it into Mixer. And then I guess I'm old now, as I remember. so then they bought Mixer, and then Mixer and Xbox have been like integrated. Like what is it? You can get Mixer coins or something from Forza Motorsport. So like they were doing a lot of like cross promotion stuff between Microsoft and Mixer. Yeah, I find it so crazy. Like the most recent PAX South, I mean, Mixer's had a booth at PAX South for like the past 3-4 years. Like I guess promoting their platform, but it's crazy. And then how abrupt everything happened. But yeah, as far as like Shroud and Ninja and like Bravo, you got that bag.
Yeah, they got the bag and ran,
They
man.
yoked it.
Because Facebook was trying to acquire them to finish their contract. They're gonna pay them double what Mixer was initially gonna pay them. So I believe like Ninja was gonna get 80 million, right, Stevie? I'm not entirely sure, like from Mixer, and they're gonna double that for Facebook to finish the
Yeah,
contract.
something like that.
So I mean that's insane money.
Yeah.
Shroud not as much. He got paid like 30 million. It's still $30 million. You get me, for the contract with Mixer.
Yeah.
But Like I said, they're gonna double it.
Yeah.
But the people that didn't get they got the short end of the stick were the small partnered streamers. They're all set up there. They had their contracts and whatnot. But since they're not as lucrative as Ninja and Shroud, they basically got the boot. They didn't get anything from it.
Yeah. Well,
So
they are
that's
getting
really unfortunate for them.
they are getting like automatic partner status on Facebook Gaming, like from their Mixer. Like if they were a Mixer partner, they're gonna be automatic Facebook Gaming partners. I'm trying to find.
I mean, let's be honest. Like when you think of like streaming, like do you honestly use Facebook? At least everyone here, like. Do we use Do you guys watch Facebook live streams and stuff like that?
No,
I follow some, but not regularly.
I had never heard about the Division Facebook Gaming either. So
Yeah, so like Twitch is my go-to. YouTube would be second, and then Mixer, and then down at the bottom would be Facebook if that was an option.
Yeah.
In my eyes, at least.
Yeah, that's the proper ranking order, as you would say, because like Facebook, I mean, I don't know, my Facebook is just trash. Like I don't like it, and like I know one of my favorite streamer, This Guy's Toast, moved over to Facebook Gaming, and he does streaming there. And I tried it a couple times. I watched the streams, and honestly, I didn't like it. There's no, I don't know how to pronounce this, anonymous. Well, what's the proper? I don't know. You can't be anonymous there since you have your actual name and stuff like that. But I guess you could make another profile, and but it's too much hassle, honestly. Like, what's the point of doing that?
Yeah, it's a similar thing with YouTube for me. Like when you go into a YouTube chat, like if you have your Google account on YouTube, like it shows your name, like by default. And it's like I don't. It's like you have your whole full name versus like your screen name, and I don't know, like you're not as anonymous like you said.
So I don't know what everyone else's experience is with Facebook View or streaming and YouTube Live.
yeah, I mean, I've only used it a few times just to if it's the same thing as just actually watching any feed live. I've only used it a handful of times, but I don't really like. I guess I'd be more of lurking there. I don't really comment on things because it was like some small clip that I was watching and I was like, okay, I'm bored, bye. But they're just things that come up on my feed. They're not really like anyone popular. They're just like friends that are like doing something random, and then I don't know, for whatever reason decided on streaming, or some people I know I do have some friends that like every week they stream, but like they're like playing guitar or something, and it's pretty cool to watch, I guess. But I guess I personally don't see it as a streaming platform like Twitch. I feel like to me they're very different things. But I mean, it makes sense on Facebook's part to try to do this. Personally, Facebook, the platform itself, I like because it has already a lot of people, even though a lot of people are stopping to use it. But it just makes talking with people a lot easier. But in terms of streaming, I don't know. But I do see like y'all's points where you don't get to put like your screen name is. I mean, your name is the screen name, or theoretically it should be, because that's your profile. And so essentially you're linked throughout everything now, and whatever you say just goes back to your actual real profile. Versus like Twitch, you can just create whatever screen name you want and like say whatever you want, and not because you're gonna say something bad, but just because you feel more comfortable talking in this different persona, or if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, for me, I don't use it much. I only watch random videos when they get recommended, but they're usually just funny clips that are honestly probably just brought from YouTube to Facebook.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, still like before Mixer got said that they're gonna sell to Facebook, I always thought that YouTube, or not YouTube, Mixer and Twitch were rivals. They're gonna be competitors, and competition's always good for companies to always one up each other. But now that Mixer essentially just dissolved, do you think just Twitch is just gonna reign supreme over everything else, or do you think something else is gonna try to take the crown from them.
Well, I mean, I would say that since Mixer is being sold to Facebook, I mean, Facebook's still gonna throw money at it, depending how, like, if they're just gonna bring a lot of those features into, I guess, I personally don't know how they're gonna do their product to make it better, if they are planning on doing anything. I would assume because they're buying, or I assume this is just buying them, right? And usually that's what ends up happening. They try to merge it in, though it's a multi-year product or project. Merging in any company into another product takes so much time and effort, unless you're just nuking it completely. But I would say that Facebook's still gonna try to do that. Whether right now, like, yes, Twitch would probably still continue to be like one of the biggest presence on it. At least that's what I would say. And Facebook's gonna try to come back, whether that actually is a competitor in the market or not, I think we'll see. But it'll be a while before any of that happens, in my opinion.
So let's think about
okay.
this in the larger picture. Like I'll kind of paint this picture for you guys, and I want to know what you guys think. So, Twitch is owned by what? By who? Amazon.
Amazon and Microsoft hold their shit.
and YouTube is owned by Google, and Microsoft owned Mixer. So in the tech space, those are like the three biggest cloud companies out there. And then now we have Facebook, which is like just their own software thing in, I guess, this new streaming platform. But the other thing here, the other piece here is think about like the Mixer integration with Xbox. So and this is a new console year. Do you think that Microsoft does a deal with Facebook to get Facebook gaming in that Xbox like exclusive, and they put it on the forefront? Facebook throws all this money at Xbox to put it on the new Xbox and all this stuff. So I don't know, just throwing it out there. What do you guys think?
Now that you put it in perspective, I kind of agree. It kind of makes sense that Microsoft did that they want to get more sales off Facebook, and Facebook is going to promote them for like essentially for free, because they're going to be, if they integrate Facebook gaming with the new consoles. I don't know. I guess in my opinion, we just have to wait and see. Anything's possible, literally. Like, as this whole year has presented itself, literally anything can happen.
I don't know. That's pretty interesting. Now that you put it to perspective, I think they'll have to come to an agreement between each other. But mostly, I think Facebook will be the first one to like stretch out their hand. You know, give some help.
I think for like viewing, for viewing gameplay and stuff like that. So just I'm trying to think like of all the possibilities. Like Google has Stadia, like for gameplay streaming. Xbox is coming out with xCloud very soon, and Amazon is apparently gonna get into that game streaming market as well. So there's a lot of like chips to throw down here. So maybe, and it could be that Facebook gaming has no part of Microsoft in the future. Maybe it's just so that they could focus all of their streaming software capabilities and talent on xCloud, because they feel like that's going to be the new thing.
I mean, my opinion is that, I mean, this is what Microsoft does, right? They throw, just like the big, or the other big two, right? Google and Amazon. You, as a big company, what you do is you throw money at an industry, right? You throw money, you throw programmers, you build a product. You build the product, you see if revenue is coming. If it's coming and it's going good, then you keep at it. But if it's not something that feels like it's actually going somewhere, then if somebody wants to buy it, you're like, yeah, let's do it. But hey, if you want to use this, remember that it's actually using Microsoft Cloud Service in the back. And now you have to sign a deal for this stuff right here so that you keep using my product. So now you have Facebook using Microsoft's back cloud services, which in the end Microsoft is getting paid up for the product as well as for paying for the actual years contracts. Exactly, all that money coming in, different avenues, and Microsoft wants to be right now like in that big three of the cloud services, because I think, I don't know, a while back, maybe like 8 months, like in March, maybe earlier, there was a contract, but I forgot who had it. I think it was the government, maybe. And Microsoft had actually apparently had won the contract for some cloud services thing, but then Amazon was like, yo, with their AWS, like, this is not right. It's like, we have the better cloud service. So then they went into a fight about it. But like, these powerhouses, they fight over these things because like when you're using their services in the back, it's a lot of money for them. Streaming costs a lot of money, it costs a lot of resources. So if they felt they weren't making money off the platform itself, but if they can get the people that have the platform to use their services for hosting, that's a lot of the money they save by not having to worry about building, and take it all in by just continue building their platform in their cloud services. At least that's how I see it right now. But I mean, like I said, there's a lot of things that can happen, because Facebook is trying to expand in different avenues, just like the other companies are. It's just that Facebook is mostly known for Facebook, but the other companies, I feel like a lot of people know that they do a lot more than just cloud services, or like Google does a lot more than just the search engine.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Like, I mean, like I said, like only time can tell what's actually going to happen. All these conglomerates, I mean, that's what they are. They're really big companies. Let's see what their next step will be.
So I'm reading this Facebook gaming message from like to the community, to the Mixer community, of like integrating, I guess, with Facebook gaming. These are some of the things that they say that the benefits of being a Mixer partner going over to Facebook gaming. So 1, exclusive early access to new streaming features and tools. 2, direct line of feedback to the product and engineering team. 3, partner only invites to Facebook gaming events. 4, monetization via stars, fan subscriptions, and ads. And 5, access to Facebook support team. So they're really trying to like integrate them. But this is one note that I noticed here that kind of piques my interest. It says, we're also excited about the opportunities this opens up for all Facebook gaming creators to work closely with the Xbox ecosystem, including future opportunities around Xbox Game Pass, Project xCloud, and more. So what that tells me is that Facebook and Microsoft, like in this acquisition, there's that link. That link is still there. That they are going to use, like, Facebook is one of the biggest ad revenue services. Like if you go to Shark Tank, like, or if you watch Shark Tank at all, you always see it's like, oh, what's your customer acquisition cost? It's like, oh, we pay blah 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 to get eyes on our product. Like, and what they're really saying is, we paid Facebook all this money to get advertising to the right people, that targeted advertising. And now, like Nick said, Microsoft can potentially get a lot of that for free now, because they're no longer gonna have to, like, Facebook just bought the part of Microsoft that was advertising all that, and now Microsoft is just gonna reap all the benefits. You know, they're just opening up that vacuum and sucking it all up.
Yeah, that's something I forgot. Like, I always forget that Facebook has the ad service, and I mean, from a streaming perspective, right? As a streamer, you also want money, right? And a lot of these people, like, you put all the different ads, and so they can also add more value in terms of that, like make different ways to get more money and help you target your audience a little bit more. I don't have a lot of experience in how the ad services work in like Twitch TV or in Twitch or on any other platform, so I don't know how well they work in terms of how they add the ads in and stuff like that. Or if Twitch is just using Google inside or Facebook or something like that. But I would say like that would be one thing that would be useful for the streamers in terms of getting money, like their ad service, because that is, like you said, one of the biggest ones with Google up there as well.
So I mean, I guess, do you guys think that the streamers, the smaller partnered streamers, they should move to Facebook Gaming, or they should just move to Twitch? Well, I mean, what does everyone think on that?
Thanks.
Now that you know that all the stuff that Stevie just said, that they're gonna be enticed to bring all these partner streamers.
Well, for the smaller streamers trying to get up there and get noticed, I think Twitch would still be the way to go, even if it's a competitive market, just because everyone's so familiar with the platform. But if Facebook introduces or makes it possible for lots of, not just the big streamers, but like any common person to have like advertising, or not specifically sponsorships, but get some sort of revenue for, or more revenue by putting ads, facilitating ads on their streams, they could venture out to Facebook instead than Twitch. That's the only thing I could say about that.
Yeah, I would go. The thing that I would say about it is that if you went to Facebook side, I would look into how many people are actually using. When you're a small streamer, what you need technically is like an audience, right? And even though Twitch, in my opinion, is pretty bad, and at least all the videos that I watch, it's pretty bad at actually giving you an audience. It's when you're starting up, it's not that good. When you're very big up there, it's really easy, because I believe, at least what I've heard, is that the rankings is pretty much depending how many viewers you have. That's how you show up at the top. So in terms of that, it's not very good for Twitch, but I feel like a lot more people are watching like streamers on Twitch, so you have a little bit more chance of actually getting people to find you. But in Facebook, at least personally, or since I don't know too much about the platform, I don't think there's going to be as many people actually using it, and it'll be harder for them to find you. Especially, I mean, they're working on adding all these different features, right? So when you're experimenting with a platform, it takes a longer time to adapt or adopt the platform itself. And so depending on features, depending on how it looks, how it feels, how it's different from Mixer, and how the experience that they're used to, less people will go towards it. And so I guess I'm just seeing it more of like, hey, I'm a streamer, I just started, I want people to see me. Yes, of course, people want money, but if you can't even get viewers, you can't get money. And I think it'd be harder to do it on the Facebook platform. But that's my personal opinion.
So this is what I think. I think that it's tough. That's the key thing. It's gonna it's a lose-lose situation, because one, like you are going to a new platform in either way. So will your audience follow you? That's not for you to determine. You actually, like, maybe if you have that good of a community, then yes, they will follow you wherever you go. So if you can guarantee that, then that's one checkbox you can get rid of. The other thing is, where do you think you will grow? And Nick, as you said, it's very hard as a small streamer to grow on Twitch because of just the saturation of the market. And in the case of Twitch, you will be starting at the bottom. You won't be a partner. You will not be a Twitch partner, even if you are a Mixer partner. So you have to scrape the bottom of the barrel, and you will get no revenue, until one, you get affiliated, and then two, and then you get partnership. So unless you get like a big boom in with like a big stream, it's gonna be a rough road for switching from Mixer to Twitch. And then on the flip side, if you go to Facebook, the audience is completely different. A Twitch audience versus a Facebook audience. You're looking at a more casual audience on Facebook. The ones that are like, hey, what's this like video game that this guy's playing, or hey, what, like, because if you've ever seen if you've ever browsed Facebook and you've come across how they show streamers and how they show games being streamed, it's really just like as you're scrolling by, here's this random dude, streaming a game. It's like, hey, maybe I'm interested in that game, and I'll click it, because I've done that a couple of times. It's like, hey, I'm interested in like what this guy's playing, or that looks cool, I'll click on it. So it's almost like it's kind of random, and like I don't know how to search on Facebook for a specific game, and the other thing is, I don't think I ever would. I don't think unless I'm looking for like information about the game, like because Facebook has been out for so long and it's always served one purpose. Switching the purpose of Facebook it's a hard switch. Like I think if Facebook was not called Facebook Gaming and was not part of the entire Facebook infrastructure, it might be a different story. Like if Facebook Gaming was just some random platform, like random new platform that they came up with, like
it was F Gaming. It was standalone.
F Gaming, and then it's like a whole different platform separated from Facebook. If you want, you could log in with Facebook, but you would create like a screen, like I'm giving ideas, and I'm expecting to be paid right now. But
You hear that, Facebook?
yeah, you hear it. But yeah, I think it's really, really hard. Like, even though if you're gonna be a Facebook partner, which is gonna be easier than starting at the bottom with Twitch, but it's a completely different audience, and you also risk alienating your audience, because does your audience all have Facebook? Do like nowadays kids, like the TikTok generation is not creating a Facebook account right now. What are they creating? They're creating TikTok, they're creating Instagram, maybe they're creating Twitter, they're on Twitter. Like I don't see Facebook growing in the gaming demographics that count.
I agree.
Okay. Here's a question for you. Like, out of the four of us, Stevie, you're the person that streams the most. And did you ever even consider moving to Mixer or Facebook Gaming or something else other than Twitch?
I considered Mixer for a long while. I made the account. I applied for a stream key and all that. I went through the whole thing. Didn't stream once. I did the whole thing, but I was just like, like all my, like, everything was on Twitch. And the other thing too, in streaming on Mixer, there's, to me at least, there was always a stigma of like, this is Microsoft, I should be playing Microsoft games. And like, I remember, because I specifically remember I was gonna stream on a PS4 God of War, and I wanted to stream on Mixer, and I was like, this sounds really dumb, and I shouldn't do that. So I think I ended up streaming on Twitch because of that fact alone.
You're like, this sounds wrong. I shouldn't be doing Microsoft things in a PS4.
Are the police gonna bust down my door because I'm streaming a PS4 game on Mixer?
Your computer's gonna crash. Unexpected.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get attacked. What's his name? Is it Steve Ballmer? Is that the guy? The Phil guy, the one from Xbox. He's gonna knock at my door.
I know that Nick's brother Marcos, Leo Arabis, he was also contemplating to go to Mixer as well. Like he said that he was gonna start a career in Mixer. I don't know what, but now that Mixer's dissolved, we're just joking with him saying that, oh, your career's done before it even started. So now he's just gonna stay at Twitch.
So the whole reason why I really thought about Mixer was they had a lot of good ideas. Their discoverability was some of the best. Like if you go to Mixer's homepage, you would see people like small streamers like that are one, 2, 3 views, you know, on their homepage, on the front page, and it's not like a haha Mixer doesn't have any viewers, like there's this is the best we got, you know. But it was like here's some people that are streaming that may not have that audience yet. Here's a new guy that we want to present to you, because Mixer's whole thing is about our people, our partners are like they're a little bit more refined, you know. Like that was their kind of differentiator from Twitch. Like in their terms of service as a streamer, like they were very locked down, where it's like you can't do certain things on stream. If you do this, then like you're bad, like, or you're gonna face consequences, like hefty consequences. So versus Twitch, which has been known to have like more lax restrictions on their streamers and stuff like that.
It almost sounds like old school YouTube. That, well, in the very, very beginning, before the massive trending and all that stuff, you would just see random videos, just people being creative on their content. Now it's just, you know, saturated, whatever's most viewed at the moment. So I thought that was pretty cool then on Mixer's part. But
I mean, also Microsoft is behind is behind Mixer, which they have Bing. Not that it's the best search engine, but you know, but that would probably help with searching, I would assume. Question mark.
So we talked about the small streamers. What do you guys? How about the bigger streamers like Ninja and Shroud? Do you think they made the right decision on just taking the bag and running, or do you think they should have just gone with Facebook, doubled the money, and been locked down with a contract?
So I don't know the specifics of it, but if they doubled the money, I wonder if it had to be for the same amount of time. Like if you had to like I doubt that they would have gotten that money up front. And if you're gonna get if you get in that guaranteed bag, you take that bag. Like there is no if like it's like, oh, like you're saying that you'll give me double if I work, but you'll give me what I originally had if I don't work. So, you know, I don't want to work.
Hey, that's a good point right there.
But I just think like that's probably one of the best decisions. And I know that there's a lot of Twitch partners and people, maybe they even went to Facebook, who are probably kicking themselves that they turned down any kind of Mixer offer. But you don't know the future, but I know I would have been kicking myself.
Well, I would say people tend to take the lump sum because it's quick, easy, it's right there, it's in your hands reach, you know. You don't have to devote any more time. And just like winning the lottery, I don't think anyone gets the 20-year, the 30-year payments. Everyone gets the lump sum right there and then, despite the less money they get and going through all the taxes. Because, you know, you don't want to be susceptible to not getting that money anymore. And if you're in the investing point of view, you could even argue that getting the money right now and investing it into something right now will earn you more money in the long run. If you're smart about it, of course. If you just spend it with, well, that's on you. But if you,
except not with this economy.
Yeah. But I mean, there's always opportunities. I believe in that.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I feel like everybody's different. So there's like people that really care about who they're going back to. Like, what does Microsoft stand for, or what does Mixer stand for? It depends how they want to think about it. Some people go, they stop at Mixer. Some people go all the way like, okay, Mixer is owned by Microsoft. What does Microsoft stand for? Do I want to go to them? Or Facebook, like, I'm going to go to the Facebook platform. What does Facebook stand for? And with all the recent allegations about privacy issues, do I want to go to something that's currently known as privacy issues platform? So I feel like some people look at it there, some people look at it the money, some people look at it like what type of community do I currently have, and does that platform go with like my envisions of my community, and will it allow the growth of my community into that? I've only watched like a little bit of Ninja. I've never watched the other, like Shroud or other people. The only thing is that I don't stream a lot, or I don't watch a lot of streamers personally. I watch very little, but I feel like all these things also go into them, especially when you're so big like this. And then you're probably also talking with like your manager, or I don't know what titles they have, but like those people, I'm looking at the pros and cons of like depending how much they stand for, like I said, for their community, or is it all just about the money? And I think for everybody it's different. At least that's just
Yeah.
my opinion. I know it's not an actual answer to your question, but that's just my opinion to that.
So I have some stats here. So Ninja, his peak concurrent viewers ever on Mixer was 85,867 or 876. And Shroud's peak concurrent viewers was 78,271. So
Damn, that's a lot of people.
yeah, but that's peak. So
Okay.
average concurrent was around 4.7k,
Oh, wow,
and
that's
for
different.
Ninja, and 4.9k for Shroud.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, and then so I don't know if you guys ever, like, I follow Ninja and Shroud when they were both on Twitch. They were probably averaging around like the over 10k each, like at least on Twitch. And probably peak, they both peaked over hundreds of thousands of viewers on Twitch when there was a big event, like a big
For sure.
Fortnite stream, or
Yeah.
what was the
Ninja and Marshmallow?
Drake Ninja and Drake?
Or the Drake concert, or
With
the
Drake.
Marshmallow concert.
Let's see, what was the Drake Ninja stream? That was over 600,000 on the Drake Ninja
So-
stream.
Wait, 600,000 concurrent
Yeah.
viewers? Or what? That's insane.
Yeah, I remember,
That
dude.
just blew my mind.
I
right
remember
now.
because I was on Twitter, and like everybody was like, "Oh, Ninja streaming with Drake, Ninja and Drake," and I was like, "What? Like, that makes no sense. Why would Ninja stream with Drake?" And yeah, like it was so sketch because like he was like just on the phone with Drake or something like that. Like they weren't in Discord together. Like he had him on his phone and they were talking to each
Damn.
other and like on their phone, and they were playing together. And I'm pretty sure that Drake was on a console at the time or something like that. I don't remember. But man, it was really crazy. It was like really crazy time. And I think just that, like, I don't know, ever since they moved, I never heard anything about stuff going on there. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know.
Well, those guys that I can't really say their main reason for leaving Twitch, but I mean, as opposed to what they were doing on one side to the other, it's from what the numbers told us, Twitch was obviously giving them more views, more attention. So I mean, either Mixer offered them something that Twitch couldn't, or Twitch just had him under a very unfavorable contract. And I can only see those two ideas of why they would leave. So either, I'm not saying Mixer gave him a ton of money, maybe they gave him a better contract or something, or Twitch was just not very supportive, or their conditions for staying on Twitch was not favorable.
I don't know if you guys know this, but once Ninja left Twitch and he moved to Mixer, there was like this some type of controversy that Twitch was actually using Ninja's Twitch page to promote other streamers.
He was.
So this was a huge controversy, and at one point they even showed porn on it. So it was obviously against TOS, and Ninja was really livid because these people that Twitch were, they're like essentially Twitch was, or Ninja was the poster boy of Twitch. Like everyone knew Ninja. It went on the news. It was all over. Everybody, even my family knew about him, and they're like boomers, right? So they don't know anything about tech, and they're like, oh, who's this Ninja kid, and like, what does he do? And I had to explain to them that it's like the talk, like, oh yeah, he's a gamer, and then now you can make money off gaming.
What, you can make money off gaming? What are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was in Target. He had shirts and all this stuff, and kids eat that up, man. Like kids are like, remember Fortnite dance? It was like Fortnite Ninja, like
Fortnite Ninja, yeah, they were bae.
Yeah, like, oh man, like it's just bait. Like it's easy. It's a money printing machine, but so we talked, like, Jesus, you talked about like oh, they had all these viewers on Twitch. The difference was, it's like, because even I'll say, it's like would I have made the move to Mixer? Yes, because they got the guaranteed bag when they went to Mixer. They signed those contracts, and look where they're at now, because you signed that contracts with the guaranteed money versus Twitch, where it's a volatile industry, where your view numbers and your subscription numbers can go up and down, and the ad revenues can go up and down. This was one of the first times in the streaming industry where streamers are getting that guaranteed contract money, like they're a superstar, like they're an NBA player. Can you imagine if an NBA or an NFL player got paid based on the attendance of the stadiums versus their guaranteed contracts or how they played? So like they still get bonuses on how they play, which is basically what they were getting on Mixer. They're getting bonuses based on like their viewers and like their subscriptions and the donations. But that's all icing. That's all, like, they still got that guaranteed contract. So no matter what they did, as long as they didn't break TOS, they were good.
Yeah, for sure.
Money.
Speaking of big streamers, another streamer that's been on the news is Dr. Disrespect. So I don't know if for those of you guys that don't know, Dr. Disrespect was another poster boy of Twitch, and he is really big, and mostly everyone that watches Twitch knows who Dr. Disrespect is. But recently he was banned, and there's a bunch of conspiracies going around that because no one actually knows why he got banned, and everyone's just like such a big person to get banned from the platform that was promoting him essentially every day. And out of nowhere, he disappeared, and he got banned. And now it's barely surfacing that all the people that subscribed to him this previous month, their subscribers are being refunded. And this is the first time that's ever happened in Twitch history. So everyone's speculating that it's something serious.
So the other thing too here is that Twitch and Dr. Disrespect, they signed a multi-year contract. They actually signed a contract. So it wasn't just like he's just another streamer on their platform. They signed a contract with him to exclusively stream on Twitch. So this isn't like a move like Doc is going to another platform maybe or something like that. Something happened where he has broken their terms of service, and that was the statement that's been floating around is that there is some kind of term of service or violation that happened with Doc. But the rabbit hole goes deeper than that. From what I'm seeing, Dr. Disrespect actually a couple hours before the recording of this podcast tweeted out that he has not received any information from Twitch about his ban. So he is, and this, it could be just he knows and is not saying anything, or he could legitimately not know. And from the replies on Twitter, the entire streaming and streamer community are just completely dumbfounded, and the mystery of why is Doc banned is growing and growing on Reddit and Twitter and everywhere, all social media right now.
So obviously, there's a couple conspiracy theories. The ones that I've been keeping track of are the people are saying that this is a publicity stunt, that Twitch is trying to promote something that Doc is gonna be a part of. So they're saying that since this is trending on Twitter and this is good publicity, but I don't think it's a good publicity. Another theory is that obviously he broke TOS, but it was so severe that everyone's subscription had to be refunded. And like I said previously, that's never been done. I've been following or subscribed to people that have been banned, and they're like, oh, you're out of luck. You're not gonna get your $5 because the streamer messed up. But this time, everyone got refunded who's subscribed to him. So it's interesting.
I was actually jokingly saying with some of my friends, like, like Twitch is going to release a statement. Doc has been permanently banned from Twitch and is now exclusively streaming on Twitch 2. So it watched Dr. Disrespect exclusively on Twitch 2 or something like that. Like, if it was a publicity stunt, it would actually be very radical and would generate a lot of viewers for that first stream. But it's a very risky move. But also, I don't know, man. It is more than likely it is based on some of the reporting so far. It is more than likely something based on TOS, and which could be very, very detrimental and very sad.
I don't know if everyone's seen the last 8 minutes of his stream. It's on YouTube. You can find it there. Everything on his channel has been removed, so you can't see anything that's previously been posted. But if you go to YouTube and you look at this last 8 minutes of his stream, it honestly does look like he's kind of disgruntled because he's just talking to his chat like normal, saying that he might sign off, and then he looks at his phone, and his mood just switches instantly, and he just continues, tries to plays it off, and people are donating to him. And he's like, he was just playing a video on YouTube from a donation, and in the middle of the video, he just froze, and he was just like, fuck it, and then he gets off really angry, and that's how he ended his stream. Like, but in the middle, he was just trying to say like, we'll get through this, and we've always been through it, like we're strong. Like, he was trying to do pep talk, but no one knew what he was talking about. And like I said, at the very end, he's like, fuck, and he got off. So like, that's another element to the conspiracy theory, because no one knows what's going on. People are concerned about him and whatnot.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Like, so Reddit has been the main source of everything.
Yeah, Reddit detectives.
Yeah,
man.
like they're out in full force right now, finding every little bit of information that they can grasp onto, all the reactions, all the everything, and so it's actually been very fun to follow, which is half of the reason why I subscribe to Twitter all the time. So, but what I wanted to bring up is that they found that some of the sponsors of Doc had removed his picture from their sponsorship. Like, specifically, I think it was like the Mountain Dew Gaming or something like that.
Yeah, Gamer
Fuel.
That's
yeah,
what it's called.
they had removed his picture from their Twitter header, but they've since put it back. So it's like there's people are talking. It's like some people. I feel like if Doc doesn't know, like, I don't know what what would make them remove the banner and then add it back? Maybe it's like, oh, like there's nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about. Maybe they're just trying to slide it under the rug, but I don't know.
Also, another thing that happened was that he lost his Discord partnership. So he used to be a partner with Discord, and now they removed him. That they Discord did an official statement saying that they're not associated with them anymore.
Well, I will say that even though I personally am not keeping track of any of this, but from a public like from a company's perspective, right? If one company throws you out of their platform, and regardless if they don't actually like, if let's say like you're saying Discord doesn't know why, or all the sponsors don't know why, some people just like react like, hey, what are we gonna do? These guys just apparently did something really bad. We have to get him off because then he's gonna be associated with us, and we don't want that. So then people will just start taking it off. I feel a lot of companies do that, and then also Twitch recently has been getting a lot of public, or a lot of like pushing, right? Like on, what was it, Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday? Like that they didn't want people to get on the platform because like the Twitch CEO wasn't saying anything about the different movements that are going on right now. And so it's another thing like that Twitch has been it's being pushed by the public to do something about a lot of these different things that maybe Twitch was not doing, or that maybe Twitch didn't know, or I don't know. There's a lot of different things that can be happening, but they're being pushed by the public to do something, and so this could be one of those things that is happening, and like people are just starting to get banned more or whatever because the platform is trying to react to everything that's going on from all the people right now. But I don't know, just another thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, so I do agree. Like maybe it's a step in the right direction. Maybe this is a makeup, like for a lot of the things that Twitch has been under fire for. Like maybe Twitch comes out and they're gonna say, hey, like this is our first step in making our platform a better place, or something like that. You know, like trying to crack down, because it hadn't been so this ban comes in a time when there's a lot of allegations against many streamers and many people in the gaming industry in general about just allegations of misconduct, and it's just multiple TOS violations, things like that, from extracurricular activities and things like that, things of that nature. But I don't know, man. It's really tough because when you look at Doc, he is one of the more popular streamers on your platform, and to just ban somebody without a full statement, it's basically like saying, like say I got arrested today, and they won't tell me why I'm arrested, but I've been in jail since like the other day, you know, and everyone's like, why is Stevie in jail? Why is it? I don't know, man. They won't tell him why he's in jail. He called me. He said he doesn't even know why he's in jail. That's exactly what's happening right now. Where he's basically in Twitch jail right now, and he doesn't know apparently he doesn't know what's happening. Maybe he does know, and if I was in jail, I probably know what I did. But that's the thing, is that the fact that they're not releasing the reasoning, it could be a couple of reasons. One, it's extremely bad, or it's an extremely sensitive, like an extremely sensitive case. Like, you know, if somebody dies in a car accident, they don't release all the details until all parties have been informed. You know, so I mean, it could be something like that where it's very sensitive, or it could be just that they know that because he's one of the larger streamers, that this has to be handled carefully. And let's see, when did the ban go through? The ban went through on a Friday. Like you don't give.
Yeah, it was on Friday.
Yeah,
morning.
and so Twitch is a business, and they like their normal 9-to-5ers are probably coming back to work on Monday. So I would expect more news on Monday.
I mean, Dr. Disrespect has been in hot water previously before. The last ban he got was I don't know if you guys know this or the listeners know this, but he was at a con and he was doing his character where it's this guy. It's like he's from the 80s. He has a mullet. He thinks he's badass. He's a gamer, right? That's his character. So he was playing the character the entire time at the con, and someone was recording him 24/7. And he went to the restroom, and the cameraman followed him into the restroom, and that is really illegal to do in California. So he got banned for a couple of weeks. Was it a 2 weeks ban or a month ban, or how much was it, Steve?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'll look it up, but
yeah, he got banned for some time, and obviously that one was I'm sure this one's a legitimate reason as well, but that one was very transparent. Everyone knew what happened, and they goofed on him because everyone knew to not record in the restroom. So yeah, like if it's a permanent ban, it has to be really serious. And this, like Stevie was saying, or what we've been saying previously, the reason for it has not been declassified, as you could say.
yeah. So it was a 2-week ban. It was a 2-week ban from Twitch, and you never know because like that was an illegal action, so, and you never know. Like maybe litigation came up like with that. Like maybe the two could be related. Maybe somebody who was in that bathroom is suing Dr. Disrespect or is suing Twitch. Like maybe there's some kind of lawsuit against Twitch that involves Doc. Like that would be reason enough for to get somebody. But we're not at a point to speculate, or we're not in a place to speculate. But I think we can just report the news. and
We're
and right
reporters
now
live.
yeah. But this is definitely news, and we'll keep touching base on it.
So whatever the case is, we just hope Dr. Disrespect comes out well, because I mean he's part of the community, he's part of the gaming community, he's a poster boy of Twitch. So hopefully it's nothing too severe, and hopefully people can enjoy his content for the future. Lastly, I guess we could just briefly talk about this is the COVID here. We're all from Texas, and it's been getting really serious. And our governor recently reopened the state, but I thought it was really stupid. I'm pretty sure everyone else agreed that was pretty idiotic. And everyone's really, it's so dumb because people are not wearing masks even when they open the state up. So I think it's really bad. And everyone thought that it's going to go away by summer, and it's not going away. People, like, my only thing is that everyone should be careful and be safe, and just to listen to the doctors and to wear their masks. If you're gonna go out, wear masks and be safe.
Yeah, I mean I've heard a lot of things like, oh, like I can't breathe with the mask and this and that. So in my household I have been wearing a mask every time I go out, just because it's like, although uncomfortable, I actually feel more comfortable wearing the mask with all that going around than not. And it's not like it's like, oh, my immune system should be doing everything for me. Yeah, it probably should, but you never know. You never know who is out there, or like if somebody's sick. And with this, the signs of the virus, they're not visible to the human eye. So it's like somebody could have something that they don't even know about, and so it's really just to protect yourself and then protecting others. And Texas and Bexar County has been the worst about this entire situation. Canada and other countries have been reported as showing the United States as like a what not to do, which is very embarrassing. But I think for us, like we're in. You can live your life. You can do whatever you want to do. But I think as a country and as a community, we should just take into account not only ourselves but for everyone else. And wearing a mask, although inconvenient or uncomfortable, it's you're literally just wearing a mask. Maybe you look a little silly, but if there's even a slight chance that it could help others, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for the past month and a half, I think everyone was convinced that this was kind of dying down. Things were gonna return back to normal and stuff like that. And then all this resurgence in cases started coming up again, and now people started paying attention. Although not as much as I would have thought, but because especially around the neighborhoods, like I know that you can't breathe properly while running, but if you go to the park, you can just see no one's wearing a mask whatsoever. If anything, it's just the guys that take their training serious and they have masks to inhibit their breathing, but that's because of their training. But I mean, so they're just doing it not for the thought of the pandemic, but it does help. But other people that are just on strollers or just couples running around or and whatnot, no one's wearing a mask there. And then even at the supermarket, I see some people. If it wasn't mandatory for some establishments for you to wear the mask, I don't think people would wear it. So I'm glad some the establishments are being uh, made to enforce the mask. Yeah,
Mandatory.
mandatory
Yeah.
to wear the mask. Because I mean, just like Stevie was saying, it might be uncomfortable. You don't want to wear whatever. I'll let it slide that you won't wear it in your car while you're alone. But I mean, if you live with other people, I think you owe it to them if you're constantly going out to try and take some precautions. Because if you're young, you're okay. You have better chances of fighting off the COVID, I guess. Maybe your immune system's better. I'm not too sure. But those who are, nearing the end of their lifespans don't have that fighting chance like we do. So I mean, yeah, just take precautions.
Yeah, I agree with everything everybody said. I personally, at this point, I just wear my mask. Personally, I have asthma, so if I would get it, it'd be really bad. Um, so I try to protect myself as much as I can. And like I said, I think just protecting yourself, your family, and others is very important right now. And we, like, I guess some people say, like, but it's not really helping or it doesn't actually do anything. But if you just do it, what's bad gonna do? Like, for me, it's more annoying because I wear glasses, so it clogs my glasses when I'm breathing. But hey, like I know that, well, at least in my opinion, at least I'm wearing this, and I feel like I'm doing my part to be safe as well as to keep other people safe. So I don't really mind it, and as well, like I'm not gonna go out all the time. And in terms of running, at least the only thing I heard is that if you run like 3 miles, I think it was 3 miles or 3 or 4, something like that. There was a case actually in China where somebody jogged for like that much with the mask on, and they blew a lung.
Whoa,
Yeah,
what?
but
Yeah.
like if you're doing that type of training, like I mean, I'm sure there's other special ways to be using it, or making sure you're just far away from people, and being safe. But yeah, I think just taking the proper measures to like all this will help everybody. And yes, I feel like we still don't know a lot about it even right now, even though it's been if like a good amount of time already, feels like forever. And it's gonna keep going in my opinion for a while longer. Um, even after we get a vaccine. Um, but we just have to do our parts and try to stay safe. Only that's what I think.
I guess so. In short, don't be an asshole or don't be a Karen and wear your masks. And if you have to go outside, just mitigate it. Just 6 feet distancing, social distancing, whatever.
Yep.
So I guess that pretty much sums it up for this week's episode of the podcast, the AFK Hour. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day.
This is SavePoint signing off.